out to the 0 people in here. Yeah. Health Aid Kombucha, Pink Lady Apple. I need some energy. If you haven't watched my last video on Tommy Hilfiger athletics, I kind of got caught in the rain and this big branch fell on my head. It was kind of crazy. I didn't get many views. A lot of people didn't watch it. But I'll tell you, Anuj Patel sent me out some nice stuff. But first, I want to talk about my scent of the day. And I've worn a lot of this. Amber d'Orient on Far. I do believe it's Afnan. It's got a Middle Eastern vibe, but probably the best Middle Eastern vibe. The best Middle Eastern fragrance I've tried. Also, I like that Montal something oud. Somebody just said, yeah, I'm picking that up. Yeah, Montal has a lot of nice fragrances. They're super strong, but there's one that I mentioned in a review. Somebody said they're picking it up, and at one time it was $35, and that was a deal. But now it's $75. Shout out to the one person in here. Shout out to Keith. How you doing, Keith? Glad you could make it. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to talk about some, I guess, vintage. Got Keith in here. This is good for anybody who watches this on the replay. Amber d'Orient, I wouldn't steer you wrong. Now, I'll tell you which one I really, 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 really liked. I'll go over all of the ones that Anuj Patel from enchanteperfumes. Let me show you where you can get it. So shout out to Anuj. She's very generous and, pay it forward and all that crap. He helped me. He sent me some fragrances, and I'm going to share his site, enchanteperfumes.com. Now, I know I see him on the stream sometimes saying, hey, man, I'll send you some Caesar's Vintage. Caesar's Man Vintage. And let me look on the site for Caesar's Man Vintage. Let's see. Caesar's. Is it Caesar's? Or Caesar's? Caesar's Man. This is what it is. No, maybe I didn't. Caesar's. Maybe it's Caesar's. I can't see too well. No, it's Caesar's. Oh, it's CAE. Okay, CAE. Spelled different. CAE. Caesar's Man. Okay, now we're going to look for this. Caesar's Man Vintage. Let's see what he's selling it for. Is this vintage though? $35. Very nice green Drakkar Noir, but it has something I like that Drakkar doesn't have and Duc de Vervennes doesn't have. There's like a something that warms my soul, I guess you'd say. It's going for Canadian dollars, 55 Canadian dollars. Now, I have the vintage. I don't know if this is the vintage. I guess it is the vintage. I'm assuming, and you know what they say when you assume, Caesar's Man. I guess that's the only one he has. And also, check that one out. There's a lot of them. I'm like, And I got to multitask here, and I'm not reading comments. Giacomo de Giacomo Vintage. So that was pretty nice. I like Caesar's Man a little more. Giacomo de Giacomo. Giacomo de Giacomo. Oh, okay. So I guess these are vintage. I'm not sure. He even gives The notes, it's a sweet and woody scent. The fragrance features spearmint, cardamom, lemon, cyclamen, lily of the valley, sandalwood, cedarwood, musk, patchouli, praline, tonka bean, vanilla, and frankincense. Okay. I like Cesar's Man a little more, but the one I like the most, and see, I have no idea. Are these vintages, all of them, or do I have to put in vintage? Vintage. I don't know. That's something we have to ask Anuj, to be honest with you. Okay, so 135 bucks, splash, 30 mil, 85 Canadian dollars. I have no idea if these are all vintages, but it smells amazing. It's a nice woody scent. Okay, Santos fragrance was launched in 1981 by Cartier. It's a spicy and woody scent. This fragrance features notes of basil, bergamot, lavender, juniper, lemon, verbena, geranium, nutmeg, pepper, rosemary, vetiver, amber, coconut, patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, and cedar. So there's some sort of tropical vibes in there. And I don't, there's nothing in there floral. I'd say nothing floral in there. Yeah, it must be. I mean, I'll show you what it is. Hold on. See, what he sent me was this Cesar's Man Vintage. Okay, Santos. Yeah, I think you're asking me about. My brain's not all there. I've been taking care of my mom, and whew, kind of boring. And I gained a little weight, and now I have to go work out a little. Okay, he sent me a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Yesterday I wore. Where is it? Okay, he sent me this one, and he sells 100 mil on his site for 50 bucks. Now, this is a good woody, spicy fragrance, but it lacks character. It lacks a little character. It's nice. I wore a lot of it. The projection is moderate, but overall, it's nice. It's 55 bucks. If it was like 100 bucks, I say no way. It's a good woody, spicy, kind of like you would find in a shower gel, kind of just generic, woody, spicy, but there's nothing irritating about it. It's easy on the nose. And he sells it for 55 bucks on his website. It's nice. Does it smell like old school, old school? Let me smell. A little, a little. It's nice. It's not going to blow you away. It's just like an everyday kind of fragrance. And this is a mini, and I used it as an aftershave actually. Hold on. Okay, so here's the other side. It has no. This one doesn't have the name. I just kind of like I'm wearing the fragrance from Best Brands Perfume right now. So, yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's not gonna blow you away. It's woody, spicy, just like the description. Woody, spicy, and that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's all right. It's a fragrance. Smells good. Projection is light. Mm. Ah, okay. Anu's just a nice guy in general. Yeah, I would have never discovered Santos by Cartier without him. So like I didn't eat today, so I'm kind of like, so what happened? Like the last 3 days, Amazon Fresh had no delivery options because everybody was ordering water, and I don't know. I haven't gone to Publix, which is right across the street, but I've been lazy. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna get my delivery from 7 to 9. But yeah, I think Santos by Cartier is amazing. And out of all, a Cesar's Man is good, but if you it's better than Dracar Noir. Dracar Noir has a little bit of a cheap vibe to it. Um, it's more, there's an undertone of warmth or happiness with Cesar Man. There's something that's very calming to the soul in Cesar's Man. Let me give you my. It's I could pull it up on the old Fragrantica. Let me see. Let me see. Pull it up on the old Fragrantica. It it smells better than Dracar though. I'm kind of out of it though. Cesar's Man. Okay, so it's not getting a good score. I'll share it with you. And it's sort of similar to Taxi as well. Taxi is $10. Share screen. Taxi's a little darker. This is a little more. There's something that's calming in it, but it's pretty much. They're all kind of like the same. I know Dan likes Duke de Vervins. I have the EDT and the EDP, but Cesar's Man is they're all a little different. They're all not the same. Now I'm not sure, but I think this might have been a very inexpensive fragrance at the time, and the scores are not great. It's sort of like redundant in a way. If if you have Dracar Noir, but it's a little different. It's a little different. See, Cesar's Man 120. See, now this is the thing. His is a vintage version, so I don't know what's going on. Like 4 ounces, 120 mils, $15. But his is vintage. And that's probably why it's a little better. But it's very similar to Dracar. Some people compare it to Taxi. All of a sudden, Taxi's getting a little publicity here. And the Duke de Vervins is always compared. Oh, Forest. Oh, I could go on a little. What is this? Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour doesn't smell like anything. What is this other one? Lomani Taxi. Wait, this one kind of interests me. What is this one? Look at this one. What the hell? MGM Grand for him. MGM Grand Las Vegas. 3.64 with 11 votes. I like the bottle. When did this one come out? I've never even heard of this one. It doesn't even have a release date, but it's getting a bad score. But the bottle is freaking cool with the lion on top. I never even heard of this company. Sorry, guys. Oh, they just came out with MGM Grand for him and MGM Grand for her. Interesting stuff there. MGM Grand is gaudy as hell. I do too. What's up? Oh, we got DDLD here. How you doing? Let's see. What's up, Neil? Manly. Yeah, glad everybody could make it. I'm kind of low on energy. Tomorrow I'll take care of my mom again, but today it's kind of like humid. It's kind of humid, with what happened with the storm passing here. Shout out and best wishes to anybody that is close to the storm. Damn, it was brutal, man, when it came here. It sucks when, property is messed up. Let me see if anyone wants to join because I don't know how long I could carry this by myself. Kevin just sent me a FaceTime. I'm like, damn, man, I don't feel like streaming. Streaming is cool, but it gets old. A little old. Santos by Cartier. I think on my recommendation, Aaron, my buddy Aaron, picked it up and he really likes it. So, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I need to drink some more kombucha. Sorry, guys. You like my new shirt? I like my new shirt. Picked it up on Amazon for $30. It's kind of like it's kind of like a rain jacket, like a thin rain jacket. I like it. Oh, it's cool. If it rains, I'll be protected. Let's see who hops on. Because this hasn't been the most interesting. You like it? DDLD, he's working. He's laying tile. I haven't been able to really truly recover from, everything with my mom, and it's kind of like, Neil, get me this, and Neil, get me that. Neil, get 2 minutes. It's like she doesn't like to hear 2 minutes. Don't tell her 2 minutes. She likes it right away, but it's like, okay, I'm not the nursing home. But it's tough. Some of them I haven't even tried yet. This one, have you tried this one, Keith? Tell her 1 minute. This is a 1 minute. You can't tell her 2 minutes. Then I increased the time. It's like 5 minutes. Let's see who hops on. Yeah, sorry for the lack of energy. Let me see if I can find Bursa and see what I'm smelling first. He sent me Malto Schmalto. I didn't like it at all. But it was like a cool water clone. I mean, not all vintage is good. It was a cool water clone, but it was less fresh. Oh no, let me see. Oh God. Borsolino. Okay, let me see. Borsolino. Okay, so now you're gonna see another one I've never even heard of. But not all vintage fragrances are great. You gotta be honest here. Okay, share the screen for Borsolino. Borsolino. And, I'll give you my impressions. Aromatic, woody, floral, amber, earthy, mossy, leather, lavender. 4.33 out of 5. Borsolino was launched in 1984. And top notes are lavender, clary, sage, bergamot. Middle notes are jasmine, cyclamen, fern, and carnation. Base notes, DDLD, are oak moss, cedar, leather, vetiver, amber, labdanum, and musk. So I like there's nothing too floral. Like carnation is a masculine floral. I'm not crazy. Anytime it's like jasmine. Okay, so $29.90. I've never heard of this one in my life. So it's similar to Francesco Smalto Pour Home and Enrico. This one, it's similar to this one. Enrico Coveri Pour Home. I don't like the bottle. I don't know. I know a lot of it. If you're gonna get a bottle, you have to have a nice looking bottle. I like the shape. It's like a woman's figure. Look, it's like a woman's figure. Yeah, I like it. I like the shape. 4.3 out of 5 with 55 votes. And I smelled Kipling, Wheel Kipling. I believe I liked it. That's something. I think Manly Sense sent me Wheel Kipling. Yes, Manly Sense sent me Wheel Kipling, and I think I like that one a lot. I can't remember all the names. Smalto, Duncan sent that to Aaron, but I smelled it and I liked it a lot. And I was like, damn, that's good. And it's also similar to New West, 7 people say. That's a New West is the one my buddy out in New Jersey loves. And let's see what people are saying. This is a revised review. Initially, I described this fragrance as just a shadow of its original self. I just bought it while traveling Italy in 1988. I was in love at first sniff. I have many fond memories linked to the smell of perfume, some good, others less so. Okay. It's a classic, sorry, an old school scent. It opens up with green herbal like eucalyptus oil. Oh, I like eucalyptus oil. A lot of people don't like eucalyptus oil because it helps me breathe. I graduated to this from Xeris in the late 80s when a girlfriend at the time gifted me a bottle as well as her heart. How? Yes. Her heart was more valuable than the perfume. Those days are now long gone. I guess they broke up. But I look back on them with fond memories. Memories mainly made up of grabbing quickies. Ooh. All right. I like this guy. Memories mainly made up of grabbing quickies wherever we could in swimming pools, on trains. Didn't matter. Hell yeah. This guy is cool. Tokyo Dad. Shout out to Tokyo Dad, man. He woke me up. He gave me a little energy here. Oh, man. Okay, so in one word, classic, alternative, Daniel Hector character, classic 1010, enough said. Very masculine with strong herby notes. I swear there's cumin in there. There's slightly sweaty smell. An absolute favorite of mine. Since 1984. Dude, Tokyo Dad has given me a new life. Thank God to Tokyo Dad. Lovely classic men's fragrance. Okay, let's smell it and see if it, I'll tell you if it, I mean, Tokyo Dad's a cool dude, man. I wish Tokyo Dad would join the stream. Okay, hold on. Let me give you my first impressions of Tokyo Dad's favorite fragrance, where he'd pick up quickies in the swimming pool. Borsolino. I mean, Borsolino. Definitely old school. I guess the eucalyptus is in there. Like earthy, definitely earthy, woody, mossy. Earthy, woody, mossy is good. So it's got the spicy. It's a good fragrance. Nothing really bothers me. All of a sudden, my nose itches. I don't know why, but it doesn't bother me. Like like some fragrances you breathe, and it's like your sinus. You feel it in your sinuses. I don't feel it like that, but it's pretty good. I think it's nice. I mean, if I'm gonna get quickies in a swimming pool, I'm gonna wear it. Hell yeah! I need to meet that girl. Ah. Shout out to Tokyo Dad. He gave this stream a new life. Hell yeah. Tokyo Dad's my new favorite Fragrantica reviewer. No. Ike does stuff. What's up, Ike? Shout out to Ike, the guy who I used to watch. Like, I didn't watch anybody else except Ike Does Stuff. And now he's commenting on my videos. Dude, this is awesome. I love you, Ike Does Stuff. Good morning to the great Anuj. Anuj is in here? Oh, shoot, man. Whoa, good afternoon, Anuj. Shout out to Anuj. Yeah, Borsolino is very nice. I think it's special. It's not Cartier Santos special, but I like it a lot. Cuddles live, yeah, like Cuddles kind of live. Cuddles half asleep, half kind of jaded, you know, with my mom and all that. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do. It's not it's a work of caring and showing appreciation, but it's not like entertaining or, you know, she likes those little Smucker's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You know what I'm talking about? They come in a little plastic wrapper, and she likes it. Like my sister throws them in the freezer, and then I put it on like 30 seconds, and she loves those. Man, she could eat those all day. She loves the Smucker's peanut butter and jelly. My sister got strawberry jam one. Those aren't as good as the peanut butter and jelly though. Peanut butter and jelly Smuckers are pretty awesome because I've been eating them too. It's like a dessert almost like. And we got Dan in the chat. Hit the link, Dan. From now on, every time I apply the Borsolino immunity that Anu sent me, I'll think of Tokyo Dad getting some strange. Hell yeah. Dude, Tokyo Dad is like, he brought this stream from like a 5 to like an 8. I'll be honest with you. What's up, Yumida? How you doing? Oh, shout out. $2.99 from Aaron V. Baby Lemon with pop bombs in his hands, cheerleading. Shout out, Randy. How you doing, buddy? Shout out to Randy Hater. I hope I say that. I don't know. Hater? It should be Hater. Hater sounds better. But I'm not a hater. Shout out to Randy. I'm not a hater. $1.99 super chat. Yeah, man. Money burner. Yes, Cuddles. And that's it for the comments. It kind of died down a little. Ike Does Stuff. Shout out to Ike Does Stuff. Check out his channel. He's into the vintage fragrances. He just says it like it is. He just films and is like thumbnail. Like it's like, okay, I'm not going to do 5 takes. I'm just going to do 1 take. If I mess up, I mess up. But there's no BS there. And I liked it. It's just like thumbnail. And then he would actually use that for his thumbnail. He reviewed a lot of classic fragrances. And some of them I still haven't smelled, but he was interesting. He's a man's man. Like, you know what I mean? Man's man, just like the men love him. Like, you know, he's a good dude. Okay, nobody clicked the link. Vintage Egoist Chanel. Yeah, so Aaron picked up the Cartier Santos. Borsolino is nice, but I think Aaron, I think you do have the other one that Duncan sent you. Well, he sent you a sample of that one. I like it a lot. Borsolino, I love the bottle shape. It's a nice smell. Oh shoot. Scent of the day, Leonard Pour Home. I don't think I've tried that one. It's Halston Z14 weather today. Yeah. Definitely. Well, yeah, where you are, New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. I was kind of disappointed you lost. And you did what was that? There was another politician who, well, she never got in. A very pretty black woman, and she was like wearing high heels, and I think she was running for congresswoman, and she was very popular, And then she had like a little altercation with Candace Owens because she used to be an adult exotic dancer or whatever. But I like what you did. You went around, you showed look how dirty this place is. You want another person that's just gonna ignore all this garbage all over the place. And that's kind of like what she did. I thought that was a good tactic, actually. You know, people don't seem to be concerned about crime these days. They watch The View and listen to misinformation, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me say something. Like the typical thought process of a liberal is like mean people suck. It's like actions speak louder than words. Don't worry about words, worry about actions. Think about the economy. We had a good economy under Trump. People don't want to recognize that. And then there's allegations of the U.S. destroying the Russian pipeline. I have no idea. A lot of crazy stuff going on, man. But, they're all about climate change, this and that. And we need oil, and we could slowly move on to electric cars. And now Elon Musk, who they're kind of against Elon Musk because Elon Musk wants the truth. Freedom of the press, freedom of speech. Let me tell you something. Cable sucks. Cable sucks. I mean, every show on there is slanted one way. Don't buy cable. It's just nonsense. Like you could get more information from YouTube or wherever than even Twitter, even though Twitter is slanted in one way. You could get more information from these websites than cable TV. There's huge Russian migrants nowadays in Uzbekistan. I think Cuddles is an advisor for Jordan Peterson. I don't know. I don't watch Jordan Peterson. Sure, how the economy has changed. Yeah, we had some pipelines going, Keystone Pipeline. It's like they don't like oil. They don't like oil. Trump was killing it. Hell yeah. We had a good economy. Price of food was good. But you can't get it out of a lot of people's minds. And Dan's always saying, I'd like to keep politics out of it. And every time I bring up politics, I lose subs. I don't care, but I just want people to realize that it's not like about mean people and like, okay, Trump could have come across a different way. But when they're always after you, you're a little frustrated and you want to say the truth. And it's not going to come out like in a friendly way, because people that speak truth. Look at Italy. They're already calling her a fascist dictator. It's like, because, she wants to, some people want to they want to remain a sovereign nation. That's it. They want to remain a sovereign nation and be proud of who they are. But now it's like almost like, oh, we all have to be part of one world. It doesn't work like that because the economy the economy may work out for one country, but not the other countries. And like US is sort of like, a lot of people don't understand what the word NATO means. A lot of people don't understand that. What is NATO? NATO is US. US. I was part of NATO, but they sign agreements with these countries where, hey, could we keep weapons in your country? And the thing is, NATO is expanding and expanding. And if you want a good example of understanding what I'm saying, watch Top Gun Maverick. But the truth is, the US is doing what the bad guys were doing in that movie. The US is doing what the bad guys were doing in that movie. Okay, so, you know, that's the bottom line. People don't want to accept it. I got kicked out of Older Jerks for being unfunny. They broke down the Ukraine situation on Rogan. Very enlightening. Yeah, exactly. Dude, NATO, the US is expanding. You know, why do you think there was a Berlin Wall? If there was a Berlin Wall still these days, we wouldn't have this altercation. You know, but it's getting uglier and uglier. It's getting uglier and uglier and scarier and scarier because these people, they don't care about you. They care about themselves. People don't think about the laptop. Why was this guy, the president's son, dealing with Ukraine and making millions of dollars? Come on, man. Come on, man. People don't want to think about it, but it's true. And I know DDLD brought up, okay, what about the guy who exposed the laptop? I don't care about him. It's true though. What happened was true, and they were trying to hush him. They were trying to hush him, and it's now been found that the New York Times actually hushed him, and they admitted to it because it would make the Democrats look bad. And people who have blue and yellow flags on their profile are not too bright. Okay, they don't know anything about geopolitics. All of a sudden, it's like support the current thing. Support the current thing. You know, Putin is bad. Come on, these people are just idiots. Thanks for having me on. And they'll never understand geopolitics. They want to be the good guys. They want to be, I'm the nice person. I care about these people. They don't care about these people. They just want to always be considered nice. And a lot of people want to be considered nice. Who cares? Say the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. No private money burner. Shout out. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had a good stream. I kind of was getting tired, and I'm glad Sandy came on, and you were having a nice conversation with Sandy. And who else was on? See, the thing is, Patrick didn't want to stay on because he was kind of tired. Aaron didn't want to really be on. So I was like, so I'm putting myself out there. I don't really want to be on because I've been dealing with my mom all day. But yeah, so Neil, that shirt is nice, man. I like it. Thank you. It's like a rain jacket. I like it. It reminds me of MTV, Dire Straits, Cuddles 2024. Yeah, you can't be nice. But people listen to tones of voices and say, "Oh, that person's nice." No, that's not how it works. The thing is, they've never dealt with business. I've dealt with large condominiums and money and scandals and this. People, there's always money behind everything. Sultans of swing. There's always money behind everything. I support the current thing. Yeah, Rogan's. I haven't really listened to Rogan, to be honest with you. I've never listened to him once, but Joe Rogan broke it down. Cuddles blocks people. He's officially on the left now. I don't block people. Who do I block? We live in a world today where you have to walk on eggshells pretty much. You have to watch literally anything, everything you say for fear of offending someone. I agree. You drinking lean? No, man. Shout out to Tokyo Dad for giving me some energy. Tokyo Dad. I gotta see all his reviews. It works, man. It works. Where is it? Borsolino. I already put it back in the box. This one is a real panty dropper if you're looking for that. Tokyo Dad proved it. Back in the 80s. Shout out to swimming pools. Back when, when I went to the Nederlands, right? They actually had nude beaches there. And it was really interesting. And on the nude side of the beach, they actually had like an out, like with like a little cafe kind of place. And everybody was just sitting there naked. And agree or disagree, I don't know. There was a certain freedom about that. It was almost like I felt free. Nobody's wearing any clothes. Fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, handsome. It didn't matter. I forgot the name of the beach, but damn, that was cool. And I'm sure it still exists these days. Talk is cheap, actions. There you go. I remember back in early YouTube, because that's like the movie 1984 is all about, is words. Words don't mean anything. Words don't mean anything. But in back in the early YouTube days, people were talking about that actions speak louder than words. Words sticks and stones can hurt your bones. Is that what they say? But names can never harm me. So we're entering an age where people are being judged by words they use. And then words are being redefined. Talk is cheap. It's a weird world we're living in, man. The funny thing is, I think most people think the same. But it's like they want to be considered good people. Cuddles moving to San Francisco. Hell no. My buddy Duncan lives out there. He moved to Texas. Words cannot hurt Miami Cuddles because he puts people on timeout. Nah, never. I don't put anybody in timeout. Why? But yeah, words really don't matter, but people are being judged so harshly on words. What's up, Fernando? It's a weird world, man. And 1984 was correct. Visualizing naked cuddles on Dutch Beach right now. Yeah, I'm visualizing a naked Dan on that Dutch Beach right now. Everybody did it, man. It was fun. It's just, it was normal. It was normalized. Valhalla. Vahaha. Yeah, so actions speak louder than words. You know, when Al Manzano came after me, I thought it was more entertaining than anything else. I'm like, um, so what? He called me a FF. I am an FF. I'm not going to deny it. And that's partially due to my, my actions of not working out and eating too much or whatever, It's true. The world is a vampire. Oh, shoot. Nobody's hopping on. How long have I been on? 46 minutes. Let me see if somebody wants to hop on. I'll drop a link again. I was telling Patrick and Aaron about this guy, Bithead 2000. He does these like hour videos, and they're really good. Bithead 1000, and he'll talk about like, man, I've always wondered what it would be like to just be a waiter on Jeff Bezos' yacht. He talks about crazy stuff, man. And that's where I got the Stella Doro from. After Al's words got me to walk more and hit the gym again. Hell yeah. Yeah. He motivated us. He's in his 70s and he's in good shape. It's due to your association with European panty waste. Al was motivating to me. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. What's up, Mohicans? Oh, here we go. Hold on. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, man? How's life? How's life?
Oh. Yo.
What's up? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Sorry, I had an issue there. Yeah, man, I just came on for a moment. Don't stop streaming, bro. I know you get all fed up and all of a sudden just like end the stream, man. Don't stop. People love your stream.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you do. Yeah, sometimes
everyone does.
Oh, I know. Yeah, people always text me, stream now. I'm like, okay.
You're a wanted man, bro.
You don't have to say something. You don't always have to speak.
Who, me or you?
I'm saying no, me. Like as a streamer, you don't always have to speak. I remember you streamed and you would sit there for 5 minutes and be on the phone, and we'd all be sitting there waiting till you got off. And I mean, for whatever reason, streaming is a hot thing. People want to hang out, they want to be heard, they want to be part of it. And I watch a lot of streams as well, just to be recognized, or whatever in the chat. And I try to recognize everybody. It's interaction we probably don't get in the real world. So, we all want to be acknowledged.
Yeah, I feel you.
Al motivated me to beg for more super chats. True, we love cuddle streams. And yes, I am the one that was put on timeout by Dishonest Miami Cuddles. I think I put you. Did I put you on? I never put you in timeout, Dan. Neil's a legend, and yes, I do. Thank you to my parody account. Daver went live. The faker can't live stream. I think interaction with the people chatting is the most important thing. And you taught me that, right? You taught me that, Kevin. Interacting with the guests is the most important thing.
I don't know if I taught you that, bro. If anything, you taught me about live streaming. You're the greatest live streamer I ever met in my life. You know,
Yeah.
I heard from people who met you in real life that you are so calm and intelligent and very like you have a very good energy. A
Oh, you're
lot of
talking
people.
about. I think I know who you're talking about. Aram and me hung out with that guy.
Ashkan.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
met him?
I haven't met him, but I was on the phone with him last night. He told me, Sultan of Scent. He told me that you're such an intellectual, so calm and gentle and very good energy.
Oh, big
He had a
teddy
lot of good
bear.
things to say about you.
Big teddy bear. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's like some of the things he was sharing in real life is, I'm like, I was impressed. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But he can't share it on stream. That's what he says. I can't share some of the private things on stream, And it's
Yeah.
interesting to meet people and conversate with them. Like
Yeah.
when I met Joey, he's like he talks a lot. Like there's the people that talk.
Yeah.
Joey talks a lot.
Yeah.
And he was like really high energy. And I think you would like Joey, to be honest with you.
I do like Joey.
Yeah, you do like Joey.
He's likable.
I don't think I just don't understand the whole thing, how the falling out. It's kind of stupid. I believe that.
Long time ago, man.
That it's much easier to be happy than to be right. Live and let live. Yeah, I agree. You're not going to, some people will never, the hardest thing is to change people's beliefs,
How many times did you watch me mow this lawn, Neil?
I don't remember a lot.
They used to call me the Lawn Don.
Lawn Don.
Yeah, man. Just keep streaming, bro. You're a legend. You're respected in the community. Even Al Manzano loves you.
Oh yeah.
The best part is when he's like, "I'm not right. I'm Al. I gotta go. Love you, baby. I got a life."
Yeah.
He's so old school. I love that guy. He's like a character in the movie Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
That guy's amazing. What was he so upset about? You didn't respond to him or something?
I think the thing is what's the name of that way you could call me for free or whatever? I don't answer those. Yeah, I don't answer WhatsApp calls. I don't even have it installed. And then I get all these numbers and I'm like, I don't know who you are. Like you messaged me. I'm like, who are you? And then you said, oh, Kevin, Money Burner. Oh, okay. See, the thing is, I think that's what happened with Al. And I'm just not a fan of.
Touched. He got sensitive.
I'm not a fan of WhatsApp, to be honest.
Yeah, man, it's just for dirty immigrants like us.
What? Dude, don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't feel sorry for yourself.
You know, I was born in Canada, right?
You were born in Canada. You're Canadian.
I'm 100% Canadian. Look at that.
Let me see.
16-gallon, 6.5 horsepower shop vac.
Yeah, I have a couple of shop vacs. Dude, they came over to my sister's to change the toilet.
Yeah.
And they charged it a lot of money. I could have done it, but my sister lives.
How much you charge?
Dude.
$400?
Yeah, dude, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's not that bad, man. Like a good toilet's $150.
No, but my sister provided the toilet.
400. No, that's how was it one person?
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Okay, but the thing is, he walked in with like a little something on wheels. I'm like, you have a shop vac?
Yeah.
And he didn't speak English, and I said, shop vac, vacuum. Oh, no. And then, so what happened is, yeah, because when you take a toilet up, right? There's water in there that you got to get in there, right? So he's like, "Oh, do you have towels? I need 2 towels." And so, he put the toilet back in my sister's box, right? Picked up the toilet, and water got all over the place. And I'm like, my God. And then those two towels we never got back. And I was like, my God. The thing, and then, okay, when you put the toilet down, the 2 screws that stick up on each side, you're supposed to cut them and then put the little white cap on top. He didn't do it. I said, "Hey, where are the white caps?" And then he said, "Huh?" I'm like, "You're supposed to cut the screw."
No, the white cap's supposed to come with the toilet, bro.
Exactly. He threw it away. No, it comes with the toilet, but he just threw it away. Like he didn't even care. So now, she has 2 screws sticking up, but and then she lost 2 towels.
Screws loose.
Yeah, she got a couple screws loose. And the thing is, in her building, like, the thing is, I don't want to mess with it because it could, with plumbing in my place, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I'll do it, and I'll just watch YouTube videos. I watch YouTube videos to do everything. Like I built 7 computers and I have to change the case on one, and I'll just watch a YouTube video on, disassembling the old computer, putting in all the new parts. And I learned, everything on YouTube, to be honest with you. But some of the videos are very good. Like I actually put AC Freon in my car, right? And I was like, I don't know how to do it, but I need AC Freon. So I did it. I watched the video and I followed the steps, over and
Who's
over.
a good YouTube for cars that I watch a lot? Sweet Project Cars.
Oh, sweet. The guy I watched had the video had something like 50 million views.
Was it Chris Fix?
Yeah, Chris Fix. Yeah.
I do a lot of the work on my own cars too. And I watch Chris Fix, but Sweet Project Cars is like an older guy in Florida. He knows all the tricks, man. He knows how to like shine aluminum. He knows how to restore leather, restore the carpet of the car. It's amazing the things he does. I was telling Aaron, man, like I really like detailing cars. I wouldn't mind, like if I had a proper camera set up, like a tripod and all that, I would set up like a live stream and just detail my car. I think people would like to see that because I've seen people on YouTube, they clean their house. They're like, come clean with me. And they just set up a camera and they clean their whole house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like soothing to watch, at least for me, or like people detail cars.
Yeah.
But like, I really love to detail cars. Like I'll detail my girl's car, my mom's car. I won't detail my dad's car because his car's a piece of shit. That
would be awesome if you did that. But you need a good camera, like a maybe like a Sony ZV-1 or something, because right, like the way you're doing it now, it's like what is it called, vertical video. You can do it on what kind of phone you have?
iPhone.
Which one?
12 Pro Max.
Oh, you have 12 Max. Yeah. It has the 3 cameras
on the back.
Huh?
Yeah, 3 cameras on the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still working with an 11. It's fine, but yeah, the 14 just came out.
Yeah, I'm due for an upgrade. I might get that one.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it all depends on I liked it like with the old phones, like the iPhone 6, 8. You press the button. The button was cooler than like swiping from the corners.
Yeah.
Remember the button? Like
the
button.
I still have an iPhone 8, iPhone 6. I have them in my office. I still use them for certain things.
Yeah. I missed the button. But it took up screen space, I guess. So,
Hey, did you watch Mr. Smelly's stream last night? It was really good.
No, what happened? Did you go hop on or what?
Yeah, for like 3 minutes. I wasn't the interesting part. It was just a good stream. That Mr. Clean guy is really funny. and Margie Noir.
Margie
And
Noir. What's up, Ike?
What's up,
hey,
Neil?
man, I remember you. You're in New Jersey, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, I remember you.
He was the only fragrance reviewer I watched. Like, I didn't like any of the other fragrance reviewers. Like, they're kind of like, I watched a fragrance reviewer who sort of is like a man, old school, kind of, that's it. No BS. And that's Ike does stuff. And I
I
actually
appreciate
didn't
that,
watch.
Neil. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Neil. I watch
But-
a lot of your stuff too.
Ike, are you Armenian?
No, I'm Karachay,
Karachay, what is that?
the Caucasus Mountains.
Oh, you're like from Georgia.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Caucasus Mountains, like you're something like Greek, Turkish, Russian, kind
Turkish,
of like
yeah,
that.
but very Turkish, Caucasus. Well, I'm basically American right now, but
Yeah,
that's the
Jewish?
background.
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm not.
No. Okay.
What,
you look Jewish, but okay.
What language do you speak?
Look Jewish.
You look Jewish to me.
I speak Turkish, I speak Karachay, I speak English. So I got like 3 languages.
Günaydın. Nasılsın?
United, that's good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
cool. I have one customer from the Caucasus Mountains.
Okay.
I can't remember her name, but she was like,
She hot?
Yeah, she is.
Cool.
She's like,
Yeah, a lot of hot girls from that area.
Yeah, man, it's that mountain water,
Mountain water.
Yeah. It's fresh air, good nutrition.
That's pretty much it, man. Not like these damn dirty American broads that.
Oh shit!
There's a lot of hot American girls too.
Listen, there's hot girls everywhere in the world, man. I can't put my finger on it, but they're everywhere. But okay, man, I'm gonna go. I gotta vacuum my mom's car. I borrowed it yesterday.
All right,
Nice
brother.
to meet you, Ike. Thanks for having me on. I'll talk to you guys.
Ike, so Ike, what happened with the campaign? How come you didn't win?
Oh, that was a long time ago, and
Have you given up on politics?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think to get into politics, you have to kind of give up some of your soul.
Yeah,
and I wasn't about that. So
like
you have to really,
you
have to go back on. You have to tell people what they want to hear.
Yeah,
and even if it's not the right thing to do, and so I kind of got.
The thing is, you're just too straightforward, honest, blunt, and people
You got to think about government. Government is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
the government doesn't produce stuff. They just make. Everybody's just, they're kind of just scrambling for power.
Yeah,
but they don't produce anything. So it's kind of like everybody would kind of pass the buck around, and then when somebody decides to do something, they'll do it, and if it turns out good, the other people will take credit for it. If it turns out bad, they look for a scapegoat.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the formula for like government.
Yeah.
And that's the case with any kind of government. It could be schools, it could be like board of education, it could be like anything that you deal with. And I'm not even talking just American government. I'm talking about worldwide.
Yeah.
Government's just like that's why I'm so conservative, because I want small government. I like a small government. I like the people to be, in charge of what's going on, and not the government. But that's how it is. It's kind of like everybody sits around and waits for somebody to do something. When somebody does something, and if it turns out good, everybody tries to take credit for it. And if it turns out bad, they try to scapegoat somebody.
Yeah.
That's the rule of political power.
It's kind of weird how, like, this current president, he's like, I mean, I know in condominiums and boards, they're like, they blame the last board, and then they're really, really corrupt. And look, this is like this government that we have now. They blame the last government, and it's like everything was pretty good back then. Why are you blaming the past government? It's like it's like that's a common thing. They always blame the last one. But the last one, everything was running well. We didn't have any wars, and
Well, yeah.
Now it's like,
I mean, right now, I don't even know if our president's even he's just
anything.
there.
He's just there.
Anything. I mean, he's just like pooping his pants. And
yeah. But they're gonna, and he's on
I don't
vacation.
understand that. I would trust that guy to be my Uber driver. You had a long control.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I mean, he doesn't look competent. He doesn't look competent at all. So, that's kind of scary in a way. Because when you got somebody like that, taking care of business, it's like, that's not good news. But, it's all good. What are you going to do? I don't want to get too involved in it and too caught up in the politics, because at the end of the day, it's kind of, you just got to live your life.
Yeah.
And you can't think too much about what the big picture is. You got to think about what's in front of you. And if you could get lost in the big picture.
Yeah, but the big picture, I mean, I don't want World War III, and with the whole NATO expansion, it's going to lead us to World War III, and people just want to say, oh well, no, that guy's a bad guy, Putin's a bad guy. I'm like, you have no idea what's going on in geopolitics to just come up with that,
Well, we could worry about it, and then we could do something if it's in our power. Yeah. If we have the power to do something, we could do something about it. But if you have no power to change the situation or even put any input into it, then you kind of have to, I don't want to say ignore it, but you kind of have to just continue living your life, Yeah. If you don't have the power to have any input, and I think that's where the majority of the world is,
Do you still have your fragrance collection?
Oh yeah, I still do. I mean, I still have a bunch of fragrances I haven't reviewed yet, and I keep saying I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it, but I don't know. I mean, there's only so much you could talk about with fragrances,
Yeah.
That's why when I see a lot of live streams, like fragrance live streams, and I'm like, it's cool. There's a fragrance community and all, but how much can you really talk about, patchouli and
Yeah, exactly.
And bergamot, I mean, it's like it's a very limited conversation. And how entertaining could it be? You know what I'm saying? So I think live streaming was cool in the community, but I like when the live streams kind of veer off into like other topics,
Yeah, exactly. Because that's why I was telling Kevin, go on Mr. Smelly's stream, because when it's strictly fragrances or skincare, it gets old. I don't, there has to be something that kind of makes you think a little. Like, I think that's what it is with my live streams. I like to bring up things, like, why are we supporting Ukraine? That doesn't make any sense. All of a sudden, out of nowhere,
Yeah.
I
agree with you.
Yeah, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, we're like, we support this country.
Yeah, and then Ukraine is known to be a very corrupt country.
Yeah.
Ever since the Russian, the USSR broke up, and Ukraine is like, everybody's been worried about them because they've always had like a lot of power and weapons. And then when you have like a bunch of small nations that have power, it's concerning because they can, you don't have the control over it. If you get like a big powerful nation and all their weapons break up into different fragments, you're like, all right, who has what?
And we just gave them what, trillions of dollars for weapons?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Totally, it's like,
yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I get it. It's just, if the U.S. can dominate Russia, then it's like, then they could own the oil. It's all geopolitics.
What else? I'm changing the topic a little bit. Did you see the NASA when they shot a rocket and hit an asteroid with it? Just a couple days ago, I saw it. Like NASA they were doing like some kind of a test, and then they shot a rocket out a year ago, and then just recently it hit its target, allegedly, and then they had like this big,
Oh, I
this
haven't
big
even heard
media
about
thing.
that. I haven't even heard about that.
They're saying that it's this technology, in case there's an asteroid that's going to destroy the Earth, they can shoot it and blast it to move it out of its trajectory or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this is complete total bullshit, because I don't believe it for a second.
It sounds like bullshit.
I'm just saying, but then the thing is, NASA gets like billions of dollars a year in funding to do this stuff. So they're basically trying to. I think it's just a big fraud. They're just sucking up resources and money, and it's just a fraud. Yeah. Because I'm looking at what the stuff they're presenting, and it's all fake and CGI, and there's no way to verify what they did. So it's like, all right, you shot a rocket out and hit an asteroid, allegedly. That's weird. Is that Mr. Smelly in the background?
Yeah, Mr. Smelly. He's in his cool. His nightgown.
I don't think I've ever spoke with Mr. Smelly before.
He's in his sleeping robe.
What time is it out there, Mr. Smelly? Is it early morning? Wait, is it early morning over there? No, late night.
Hello.
I can't even hear us yet. Hey, Mr. Smelly, nice hat.
Nice to meet you, Ike, and nice to be here, Cuddles. Cuddles, I just want you to know it wasn't me that said you were dishonest. That was a fake Mr. Smelly account. I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, I never blocked anyone.
No, I don't know who they were, but it wasn't me. Also, you didn't read my super chat, which I was a bit hurt about.
Okay, hold on. Just I got to read a bunch of them then. I just like I'm just kind of like okay, hold on. I got to read Fernando's too. Hold on one second, okay?
You got to read them out.
Here we go with a chat from Mr. Smelly. Hold on, now I lost it. What the hell's going on with me? Mr. Smelly with a €4. No, I don't know. From Mr.
Pounds.
Smelly. Pounds. So you're not part of the euro, right?
No.
It's like I appreciate that you don't want to be part of the euro. I mean,
we never joined the euro, and then we left the European Union altogether. But we were never in the money thing anyway.
It's all globalist BS.
Yep.
We're all in this together. Yeah, somebody's always benefiting. Let me read some more super chats. I have to go back.
Hey, Mr. Smelly, are you broken about?
Still didn't read mine yet.
Loving the stream. Good to see Money Burner and Ike. I know I'm kind of out of it. Go ahead.
Hello,
Ike.
Hey, Mr. Smelly, are you broken up about the Queen? My condolences.
Thank you. No, not really. I don't think many real people are that upset. It's hard to be that upset, isn't it? I mean, she was 96 and so no, it doesn't affect many people's life. Much bigger things to worry about in the real world, I think.
Yeah, I agree, but we've had a ton of media coverage about it over here.
Yeah, I think that's all part of the propaganda. Yeah, we are some of the channels here are making a big thing, and every bus stop has got a picture, and every time you go to pay in the shop, the till's got a picture of her. But the real people are not that upset about it. I'm sorry, there might be some, but no, it's for the real normal people of Britain. This is not a big event.
Miles long.
Some people were into it, but the normal people where I live, I didn't notice too many of them being upset. Guys, if you want to buy Drakkar Intense in the United States of America, who do I recommend? Best Brands Perfume, Best Brands Perfume, Best Brands Perfume.
Sorry for the interruption.
It's the number one place.
Okay, go ahead. I'm looking for more super chats, and I'll wait for a little space in between your conversation to throw it out there.
The whole thing about the Queen was a bit over the top. I did see somebody was saying that we laugh at people in North Korea when they have mass mourning about the leader who died a few years ago, and then we're doing our propaganda on TV is doing exactly the same thing, putting it on every bus stop and every billboard across the country. So he had a fair point, I thought. But I might get in trouble. I'll probably get thrown in jail for saying that.
Hold on one second. Tell me if
That's
you know
right. You don't have
the
the First Amendment over there. We have a First Amendment. We can say stuff.
Yeah, right.
How much would you have charged me?
As what? A translator or a guide?
No. Just.
What movie is that from, Mr. Smelly?
She was a Bond girl, I think. But
you don't remember?
It
was a Richard Gere movie.
Yeah, I could hear Richard Gere in the movie. Well, I'm going to say American Gigolo, but I don't know.
Yes,
was
American Gigolo. Yeah.
She's nice. I like her.
Yeah. That was a good time. Good movie. All right, go ahead. Continue. I'm not going to interrupt anymore. I've been slacking. Sorry.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ike. I've seen your channel a while back, and I enjoyed your videos. They're really good. And you like your old school fragrances too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been watching yours for years too. So
thank you. Oh, it's Anuj.
I used to like your little comedic twists on things. You know, I think you stopped doing that.
I try, and I do still do them. You should. Yeah, no, I do still do them, and yeah, I'm do a lot of the live streams now, so it's good, and it's lovely to see Neil live streaming too. So everyone likes a cuddle stream, Neil. We miss it when it's not on.
Thanks. Hold on one second. We got a $13.99 Canadian dollars from Anuj Patel. Great stream. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Anuj. You should stream Fernando Soto. Hold on one second. One second. We got a 50 Mexican pesos from Fernando Soto. Cutters Cruise 2024. Make Fracom great again. Play that CH Man song. Okay, here we go. I got it. The StreamYard is farting on me here. Hold on. CH Man song. Here it goes. CH Man makes me feel like I'm alive again.
Love it.
What happened that Killer Fragrance never made it? Killer Frags never made it so big. He's such a great live streamer and just a great video maker.
I think because he disappears, he does a few, and then he disappears for maybe 9 months, 10 months at a time. So yeah, that's the reason. His videos are really good. So yeah, I agree. If he'd carried on doing a video even once a week, he'd be much bigger. But he's definitely gone through spells where he's missing in action, isn't he?
We have to get this video creator, the Decant, to 1,000 subs. Have you ever heard of the Decant, Ike?
No, I haven't.
Nobody knows who it is. It's like a bunch of people behind the scenes, and nobody has ever seen who's the actual person behind it. But the videos are very, very creative.
Yeah, I spoke to the fragrance apprentice, and he said he's adamant that it's not him, and he was quite convincing. But still, when I look at the evidence, I still think it may be him and Killer. And Killer said the same thing, like in all seriousness, like, oh yeah, no lie. Off the record, it's not me. But I think that it is maybe still. I still think it may be them. Don't you?
Hold on. Shout out to Aaron V 299. Pair character punching the air with fist and bump written on his knuckles. Fist bump. Okay.
Do you understand why it says that?
Pair character punching in the air with fist.
Do you understand why the message is that?
Written on his knuckles. No.
It's because he's posted a little picture, but Melanap can't put a picture, so it just puts it into words. So if you look on YouTube, there's a little pair going like this.
Oh.
Like your Melanap just translates it into words. I don't know why. That's why all his super chats are coming out weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe he didn't want you to know that. I've given the game away. You were just reading it straight face. You're like, what does it mean? I love it.
So that's like AI figuring out what he's doing?
No, Melanap.
AI translating it?
Yeah.
So if I go like 2 snaps up in a circle?
gonna say two snaps up in a circle.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more of your videos. Like, yeah, you probably think, it's not worth it or whatever, but I enjoyed it. You know,
All right,
you
well,
just
you know,
like
I have a bunch.
you just had the style. You're like thumbnail. it was just like real. It's just like it was fun. I used to always look forward to your new videos.
Well, that wasn't actually an original thing that I came up with myself. I saw. You ever watch the Hodge twins?
Yeah. Oh, they did that.
Yeah,
before?
yeah.
I guess
They've done that whole. Hey, let's wait. We got to take the thumbnail, and then they stop for the thumbnail, and then they continue with the video.
Oh,
So
they've
that
come
is
along.
actually I saw they did it before me, so I can't take credit for that as my original thing, you know. And I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty funny, so I kind of like I adapted it basically.
Yeah, the Hodge twins. Like, I wish I could like tell them what to do. Like, they have their microphones on a table, right? And they always bang on the table. And every time they bang on, it's like I think they have like 500,000 subs or something like that. But it's like
more than that, bro.
Yeah, but yeah. So they have the microphones on the table and they bang on the table. And it's like you can hear all the feedback, and they're always touching the table. It's like, dude, have your microphones like on an arm. I wish I could tell them.
Well, you know, but that makes it raw. I think some people enjoy the rawness of it. You know, if it's too polished, it's not YouTube. Then you're like you're big media. Then if it's too polished, you know, like the Joe Rogan show is too polished to be like YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube has to have some static and some pounding and some, you know, a bad camera work and stuff like that.
Bad camera work,
and that kind of gives it the charm. That's the charming part about it, you know.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I don't know.
I watched Erica's video on those City Rhythm fragrances yesterday. I don't comment. I just watch. Yeah, so she liked Miami. So Miami seems to be the best one, huh, Erica, that you liked. One day I'll be blessed to by the presence of man in Dracar Noir. Huh?
Oh. Money Burner is telling her she needs to smell it on a man. She doesn't like it.
Yeah. Actually, Kevin and Erica would be a good combination to have on stream, Mr. Smelly.
That could be interesting. Yeah, I would have dressed up if I'd known Erica was coming.
The thing is, I don't know if you know who Erica is. She's Jeremy's ex girlfriend, right? So she's like a fragrance reviewer now, and she is Ode to Erica, but she has another channel called Erica 35mm. Because she's like she has very tight work with photography and lighting and audio, but she used to be Jeremy's ex-girlfriend, and yeah, you gotta check her out. She liked the City Rhythm fragrances Miami. I don't know if you buy those off the beaten path kind of fragrances like City Rhythm or Happy Land, or you probably don't. You probably don't want. You're
I'm not even familiar with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of new fragrance houses that, like, you know, I think you've heard of Alexandria fragrances.
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah, so they kind of have another branch of Alexandria called Happy Land, where there's a guy named E.J. Wells, and he kind of mixes fragrance together or makes his own little variation on things. It's kind of like Dua. But Dua, I'm not a fan of Dua, except I like Masham Raza. I think he's an interesting character.
He is.
Dua was popular back in those days. Dua was a popular thing back in like 2017.
It was big news. Yeah, I think the brand is actually probably bigger than ever, but it's maybe less of a Fragcom talking point now.
Yeah.
I think they've moved beyond that now.
And then that other one, the Aventus clone, Killer loves that one. Parfumes Vintage. They're
yes,
like
Damien Stammers. Yeah,
I don't even know what happened to them. Nobody talks about perfumes.
Again, I think he may well still be going very strong, but he's kind of moved beyond being a Fragcom YouTube talking point.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 2017, they were like the big story. Same with like Dua, but yeah, you don't see them talked about by the influencers so much anymore, which is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Shout out to DDLD's girlfriend.
There's a few YouTubers that used to be fragrance reviewers that really blew up.
Yeah.
Remember that, the one guy that?
What happened?
Oh
shit.
He'll be back.
Oh, he's back. He's back. I want to hear who he. Sorry, yeah, something happened.
Yeah,
you were talking
one,
about
one guy was. There was a black guy. His name was Kevin Samuels, and he started talking about relationship stuff. I think he just passed away.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. He just passed away, but like, he broke away from the whole Fragcom thing, and then he just kind of went on a relationship advice kind of streams.
Yeah.
And
the manosphere. He was in the manosphere. He exploded. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was the other guy, the bodybuilding guy who would like talk about. He kind of branched off and talked about steroids and performance enhancing drugs and stuff like that. And he's got like millions of viewers now, like millions of subscribers. So there's some people that actually started out with this Fragcom and kind of blew up, which is kind
I've always said,
it's
like,
good to see.
The fragrance community now is like the new in thing. And I told Ashton of Jensense, I said, listen, the newest thing is going to be women. Once women start reviewing fragrances, they're not going to watch the guys anymore because, there's a lot of guys that listen to women's opinions because they want to smell good for the woman,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More plates, more dates. That was the guy's name.
More plates,
more dates.
I never heard of him.
Remember that guy?
Well, he's got. Yeah, I remember him, but he didn't get much for his. He didn't get many views for his fragrance stuff. Has he got really big now?
No, he didn't. He just he started talking about performance enhancing drugs and how to get built and nutrition and he just blew up that way. But he started out. He used to go around and he used to do like interviews out in public. And he'd kind of do like the whole, just interviewing women on what fragrance they liked and which one they liked better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So kind of like Street Sense. He was doing a Street Sense thing.
From Street Sense. Yeah.
Street Sense, he gets somebody off the street and says, hey, what do you think it is? So that was his style. He kind of did that for a while, and then he just branched out into I guess that was his other passion was, weightlifting and bodybuilding, and then that caught on, and I think that has a larger audience than people who are into fragrances,
Yeah, massively.
Because fragrances, it's a clique, it's a little niche segment of the market,
It's very limited. Very limited how big you can get. So I think, a lot of people, maybe they just start the channel because it's what they're into. They love fragrance. And then they get pretty good at it. They think, well, hang on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well, now that I'm kind of know how to make videos a bit, might as well do this in a genre where I can get 10 times as many views and get monetized and, make a living. I get it, So, yeah.
And that's kind of like what you're doing, Dan. I mean, what gets the clicks is Jeremy, or you talked about, what's that other guy with the wife, the Amber Heard thing? And a lot of people are like, well, what happened to the old Mr. Smelly? Well, I'm moving on. I mean, nobody asked Kevin Samuels, hey, when is your next fragrance review? He just moved on and went with it,
I haven't done it to anything like the extent that he does, but if I look at my last few videos, like for example, my live streams, the one where I did Gent Sense Blast's Big Beard, that got like 4,000 views. Or 5,000, whereas if I did one on the top 80s fragrance, it just about gets 1,500. So that's why I have to do these kind of cheesy thumbnails, unfortunately, and you get twice as many people through the door, but it really pisses some people off. Like when I did Jeremy Fragrance's brother.
You're not going to always please everybody.
So this is what you have to do to get the people through the door, unless you're quite happy to just do what you love and only have a smaller viewership. But sometimes I think, maybe I should start a current affairs channel or general gossip. Or me and you, Cuddles, should do politics. Me and Cuddles doing politics with Ike. 10,000 people watching, man.
I think you should do a fashion one. You're a pretty snappy dresser.
It's very kind of you. Thank you. I don't know, but yeah. It's nice of you to say. Yeah, it's tempting, or start a different channel or something. So, but yeah, I think honestly, if Cuddles, if you did something else, you could really take off, because your video quality is great. You know how to host live streams. You could really do it, but you don't seem motivated to do it.
Yeah, well, the only, in terms of doing it, it's like the only money you're gonna get is from super chats, really.
Yeah, but that can be huge.
Yeah, it could be, but yeah, you'd have to have a studio, and then a couple co-hosts, and
not necessarily.
Not necessarily. You could start off like
Archie Luxury. He's not doing anything that high production, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you how much he earned last week or something in super chats, and that is not, he's not got people researching for him or mega setup or anything like that. So your setup now would be fine.
Yeah,
you wouldn't need anything more. So, and this is in the public domain, so I'm not like outing him. He would happily acknowledge this number. So, his today revenue, his last 7 days revenue was £3,282.
Oh shoot,
it's not bad. And that's for a small channel with a couple of hundred people watching, in a small niche of watches. So if you got into 1,000 people watching, just think.
It's kind of funny how that guy, was his name, Green Room or whatever. Yeah, it's like he sold his watches because, like, right now, people can't afford luxuries. I mean, we're doing fragrances and they're luxuries, but so anything related to luxuries is just dying, because I told Joe, what's his name? Joe, the guy who you called Joey's poodle, but whatever. He's good with cooking and food and stuff like that. That's a genre that is really taking off because people need to eat, And,
food.
And also, huge. Raphael, I know. Raphael, he's very good with like food
singing?
videos. Yeah, no, not with singing. He's a horrible singer. He's a horrible singer. But like he's the thing is, his accent would work well with the cooking channel, because it sort of goes with the whole vibe of cooking, and he could be a very big cooking influencer. I told him that. And Joe too. I know Joe, he likes to stick to the fragrances, this and that, but that's a huge genre. If I were cooking all the time, I would definitely do it.
I agree.
I throw stuff in the air fryer, and I make air fryer videos, and I make tons of money off of the air fryer videos, but not on YouTube.
I think so. I think if you've got a little bit of time in your life and you've got one channel that's chugging along, it's always worth having a second one on the go too, and just sit. You do one video a week. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe don't bother to edit it fat. Just do a simple video, decent quality. Maybe it takes you 2 hours or less. Could work out. You have a side hustle on your YouTube. I think it's worth it for sure. Yeah.
But there's a lot of unusual stuff on YouTube. There's one guy I came across his channel. He do sardine reviews.
Oh shit!
And he's got like 20,000 subscribers. He's reviewing sardines, like canned sardines. He'll open a can of sardine up and be like, "Oh, this is crunchier and firmer than that one." And it's just a weird place. It's a weird thing. That's all.
Yeah. No, and there's people that review air fryers and on YouTube, but they'll have like 10 air fryers, and they'll compare all of them, and they get millions of views because people want to know which is the best air fryer.
Well, if they're buying 10 air fryers, they better get millions of views, or it's not worth it. Like, so, I mean, if they send product to you, for free, that's cool. But like, I'm not going to go out and I'd like to review supercars. Why not? But I don't have the access.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, report of the week gets like millions of views. He just reviews fast food, and that's easy. Anyone can buy a couple of hamburgers a week.
Yeah.
And I mean, he doesn't do editing, nothing, no clever intros, but he's just funny. He's got 2.6 million subscribers. His video from yesterday is 103,000 views for Shake Shack's new Hot Ones burger, and he's got your trick as well. He does the old thumbnail. He just he's a genius. So, you know, these things can happen. You got to try it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a recommended video where this guy just compared all the fidget toys they sold on Amazon, and it had millions of views.
Yeah.
You know,
it's weird. Claire's channel, Smurfy Girlie, obviously she doesn't get many views and stuff. And then one day, just for the hell of it, she bought some kid's pencil case. It was like the new must-have pencil case that all the kids in Britain wanted, and she made a video about it just for the fun of it, because she bought it to put her makeup in, and suddenly it got like 10,000 views or something. Like, so really weird stuff can happen. So you never know. It's funny out there. Fish is a good source of lean protein. Thank you for that. Time to musk up. Very true. Sorry, I'm thinking I go into host mode and start reading comments. Sorry, Neil.
Oh, that's okay.
I'll shut up.
No, we do have to read the comments. I'm kind of out of it. But I'm glad you're doing that. Yeah.
I'm programmed. Can't help it.
That's okay. I'm kind of like a guest. In fact, I don't have the drive. I just wanted to do it because some people were like texting me, do it. What am I going to talk about? I can talk about what Onush sent me.
Oh, he's gone. He'll be back.
Oh,
hold on, man. Kick me out.
No, yeah, he kicked everybody out. And so, yeah, I've been wearing this one a lot too.
Oh, nice. Well, that looks good.
Yeah, bestbrandsperfume.com, bestbrandsperfume.com. And I've been wearing the Santos by Cartier that Anu sent. And I think he did get one sale from Aram. It's very good. I brought up the notes earlier, but it's good. It works in the heat. Santos, Cartier, vintage. It's good. You'll like this one.
I want that. I want Santos de Cartier vintage. Yeah. Actually, later on my show, on the vintage show tonight, we're doing 90s. So we'd love to have either of you join us if you'd like to. We're doing best of the 90s. If you fancy it, we'd love to see that.
I have to do some working out today because I always have to look at it like I'm getting fatter. I don't have any food until Amazon Fresh delivers at 7 till 9. So I'm just going to do some biking and then. Yeah, man, it sucks getting fat though. It sucks.
First of all, you don't look. I wouldn't. Okay, you're maybe overweight. I wouldn't say you're a real fat guy. Okay, you look good. You're good looking. You got good head of hair. So don't put yourself down too much. Yeah. And secondly, don't accept it. You say it sucks getting fat. Well, it's in your hands, isn't it? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's a bit of motivation thing too, but then honestly I look on Instagram and I'll see some pretty girls and I'm like, I like to go out with her, but look at do you think she'll ever go out with me? And then I do a little working out, I mean,
you're giving yourself the Jedi mind trick. You don't want to talk yourself out of it, man.
Yeah.
Just what do you mean? Just keep talking to yourself to do it?
Yeah. You get in your own head if you do that. You don't want to do that. You just gotta.
Yeah.
If you see a girl that you want to talk to, just talk to her within 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I do that. I do that. The 3 second thing. I just do it. Like I don't think about it. I do approach women, but the thing is,
I'm just gonna make myself a cup of tea. I'll be right back.
On the Instagram thing, I see these pretty women. I'm like, damn, I used to go out with pretty women like that, but they look different. And I'm like, damn, but I haven't had that one. And so it sucks getting old in a way too,
Pretty women are a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They think the world owes them something. So I'm like,
no, I know. Sometimes I don't think I have the energy for some of these pretty women because back then I had issues with them, but like I don't have the energy to deal with it anymore. Like,
I'll take an average girl with a good personality over a pretty girl.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. but
Yeah.
it's eye candy that you could,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Keep moving, Neil. Rudy, I need to get back to the gym. Once you stop, it's hard to get back.
I think the diet is more important than the gym. You gotta.
Yeah, I agree. But I like to
Just don't
eat.
eat late. If you could just not eat late and just walk once in a while, you'd be all right.
Man, eating late is the
I'm
best.
a big guy too. I need to do it myself, so I'm just preaching to the choir.
No, that's when I eat the most is late. It's like, fuck. That's like when you're really hungry, and sometimes you can't go to sleep unless you eat. That's how I am, and yeah, I don't know. I eat Dave's bread. You ever hear Dave's bread? I put some like.
Is it sourdough?
No, it's just like more grains, and I'll put like butter on it or whatever, and then I'll put some shredded cheese on it, which ruins the whole thing. But yeah, I like the Dave's bread, man. It's pretty good.
I like sourdough bread.
Oh, yeah,
I noticed if I eat sourdough bread, it's like it just tastes better, and it's like it agrees with me more.
Yeah.
And the bagels up here are really good.
The bagels up there are really good. Yeah.
New Jersey bagels are freaking banging. And then, but they're not healthy at all. That's the problem.
No, I know. It's just pure, carbohydrates.
Yeah.
My brother used to eat a lot of bagels, and then like he moved down he's in Roswell, Georgia, and he was looking for a place that had those flat bagels, and he had a hard time finding it, and found it, and he has to travel like 50 miles just to get some flat bagels. You know what?
I think they call it a bialy or something, right? A bialy?
No,
it's bagels and a bialy.
It's, I guess they just crush it. I don't know. It's just a bagel, and then when they make it, they just kind of crush it.
Okay.
It's it's bread, but it tastes really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flat bagels. We'd always, when I went up to New Jersey and visited him, we used to always eat those flat bagels. But he lived out in the middle of like, I don't even know, like rural, really out there kind of places. Like,
yeah, New Jersey's full of tasty, unhealthy food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pizza, bagels, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, but that's all.
Erica is motivating to me. This girl, Erica, 35 mil. She bikes on South Beach, and she has a pretty healthy lifestyle. I love the rye bread. Yeah, we used to have a lot of bagel places around here. I think they still do well. And I don't know if you ever heard of Aventura. Aventura is like wealthier. There's an Aventura Mall. It's sort of like all the towers. There's towers.
I thought you were talking about the bachata music group.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
there's a group called Aventura.
Oh yeah. I think I heard of them. But yeah, Aventura, Florida, is just like, yeah, they have some bagel places because they have a lot of wealthy Jews that live there. But yeah, they have like Sunny Isles. You heard of Sunny Isles before or no? Golden Beach, beautiful houses. Sunny Isles, they have where my sister lives. I'm across the intercoastal from the Porsche Towers, which is on Sunny Isles, and I kind of like feature the Porsche Towers because when they first built the place, you get a Porsche and there's an elevator in there and it takes you up to your apartment. Like you just sit in your car. You don't have to go up the elevator. You just drive up and just park your car like on the 35th floor, and just when you have to back out, it's on tracks, just go down and
it's crazy.
Drive it out the lobby. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's cool, but there's a situation here in New York where they have those elevated parking garages.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people parked in it and the elevator broke.
Oh.
And they couldn't get their cars for months.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Hello to Lord Mitak. Lord Mitak just said, he said, Ike does stuff is awesome. I think he meant awesome. Dan sucks balls.
Dave's
Thank
from
you.
Oregon.
How do
All
you
right,
know that?
the check is in the mail. Thank you.
Oh, I give Dave's Bread a lot of business. I've been their prices have increased. It used to be like $4.69, but now it's like $7.50. The price is just
The
gone
bread is the
crazy.
thing that puts on the weight, though, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
carbs, man. Bread is just
But
the
Yeah.
thing, you know.
my sister was the one who told me about Dave's Bread.
Yeah.
It's a lot of grains, you know. I hate
The bread is
Sunny.
what you have to cut. I'm trying a little trick because I put on a bit of weight after I had that operation, so I couldn't run for a bit. So I got a little bit of extra fat, but I'm taking performance enhancing drugs to cheat. I'm taking Daynurse, and it's got pseudoephedrine in it, which is a mild. It stops you having a blocked up nose. Well, I haven't even got a cold, but it also gives you mild appetite suppressant. So I'm cheating to try and lose weight. Do you think that could be a bad? Maybe that's unhealthy to do that, but I'm going to try it.
Those appetite suppressants never work for me. The only thing that worked for me is the spirulina, the blue-green algae. But yeah, those appetite suppressants, they gave me energy. Single and old stream is a big deal. Huh? I don't want carbs. Carbs fill out your muscles. Just don't eat so much. Yeah, it used to be a big thing in the 80s to eat a lot of carbs.
Yeah,
and then
I remember that.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're like, "No, don't eat carbs. Just eat protein." And I love protein.
Yeah,
I love meat. And you know, I know a lot of nowadays Beyond Meat is getting a lot of hate, but man, those burgers are good. Those plant-based burgers.
Yeah, if I could get a real burger, I have no reason to get a plant.
No, yeah, but the thing is, if I get a real burger, I feel like a little sluggish, like slow down a little, probably because of the cholesterol. I don't know, but with those plant-based burgers, I don't feel slowed down. Stay away from the speed.
I've had them before. I mean, the one at Burger King, the Impossible Burger, is like really, it tastes just like a regular burger, but it just doesn't have the nutrition. It's bad for you, actually. There's a lot of yeah, it's got all the oils in there that you shouldn't be eating, like the canola oils and soybean oils and all that crap.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The processed oils, and you're actually a burger is healthier.
Yeah,
natural, you know.
But all the cholesterol, I can't. Yeah, my cholesterol thing, I have to watch it. And then I was reading an article the other day, where they said they feed pigs, like they say don't eat pork because what they do is it costs money to feed them real food, so they just take plastic and they fine grind it and they just give them, and they put scent on it to make it appealing, and they just eat plastic. I'm like, I don't know. I heard that. I read that somewhere. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know, but
yeah, but I still love the taste of it. Don't lie, Neil. Impossible burgers are trash. I like the Beyond the Beyond burgers taste a little better to me than the Impossible burgers.
I saw some bad reviews on them. I've got no, like Ike says, I've got no reason to try one because I don't have any opposition to eating meat, really.
I eat sushi 7 days a week, large plate of sashimi. Oh, I love sushi. Yeah, I used to eat a lot of sushi back in the days. Sushi is great, man. With some good soy sauce, sashimi. I was crazy about sushi. Yeah, wasabi.
Yeah. I mean, I eat it, but I'm not a fan of sushi.
Oh man,
I've been on an Indian food kick lately. I've been liking Indian food, a lot of curry and stuff.
Oh yeah. When you eat, look at your food and think, how far
curry
did
and
this
masala and biryani and all that stuff, the Indian stuff that people eat.
That's good advice from Erica, maybe. Yeah, over processed stuff is bad for us. That's what they say, isn't it?
I don't know. I just read that somewhere that yeah, it sounded weird, but I just brought it up.
That's a hell of a conspiracy theory, man.
Yeah. What, the plastic? Yeah, I don't know. I read it. I don't know how true it is. I'm like, I'm
gonna do a stream about this.
They're grinding up plastic and they're making it smell good for pigs to eat it, and they just eat it.
I love it.
I don't know. Eric 1946 doesn't eat impossible food.
Well, we got a really crazy relationship with plastic here in New Jersey. We're like very liberal left wing.
Yeah.
And they banned plastic straws and plastic bags at the stores. So everything in a grocery store, 99% of it is in plastic. But once you get to the checkout line, they won't give you a plastic bag to put your stuff in.
Well,
it's just really weird.
The thing is, people really do litter, man. Like I cleaned up my condo for a couple of years, and as a little side hustle or whatever, but they pay me well. But a lot of because I'm off of Miami Gardens Drive, I'm off a main road, and the people just throw their garbage, like their cups, McDonald's cups and everything else, and Starbucks, and they do litter a lot. I mean, I just can't stand people that litter, but it's the way of the world, man.
That is so bad. Bad behavior.
That's just character flaw.
Yeah, character flaw.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, we're. I think I don't want to get into European.
You know how you could tell the character of a place? You could really tell the character of a place by the condition of their public restrooms.
Yeah.
If you go to a place and the public restrooms are clean, that means the character of the people around there is pretty good.
Yeah. Go to Iowa.
Over here,
Yeah,
over here in Jersey, forget it. You go to a public restroom, it's disgusting.
You
have to go in there with that's why you got to carry some fragrance with you to clean everything up before you use it.
Oh shit! No, you go to Iowa, man. It's so clean. Their public restrooms are spotless.
Yeah.
Everywhere. It's just the people care.
That's right. That's good. That's the kind of place I want to live in.
Miami, it's kind of nasty, but if I go up to visit my mom in Delray, everything's pretty clean. But Miami, it's disgusting sometimes.
Yeah.
On the subject of the cooking, I have to admit I quite enjoy the Whiskey Reaper's cooking streams. There's something quite therapeutic about him standing there and throwing these big slabs of steak on his grill, and you hear it sizzle and everything. It's pretty good, actually. I think he should really double down on that. Have you seen those, Neil?
No, I haven't watched the Whiskey Reaper, but yeah, I think the barbecue grills are cool, man. I can't have one where I live. So, but I always thought, shit, I wish I could barbecue in my backyard a steak or pork or whatever. Yeah, it's cool that he's doing that.
I do give him some credit for those streams. And then he goes on these streams he goes on these rants, these streams of consciousness that are just strangely therapeutic. I kind of like it. Yeah, but you got on fine with him, didn't you? There was never any big thing between you and the Reaper, was there, Carlos?
No, it's a joke. It's all a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was, in small doses, I found him pretty entertaining. He's takes over a little bit, but I think I might have him back on my stream now and again just for a little cameo from the Reaper is good fun.
Yeah, I think you should have him back. Listen, man, don't listen to the subs or whoever. Who cares? Just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I notice, and I may be wrong, but with some of the guests, you look a little bored, and then you start begging for super chats. But if the Whiskey Reaper's on, you're not bored.
There's never a dull moment when he's on. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but I see you're a little bored. Like, what the hell am I doing with my life? You do have that look on your face sometimes.
I hope
Dan.
not. I hope not.
You try you're best when you're by yourself, but then some of the guests just, they're like, they want to talk only fragrances, and okay, you can only talk only fragrances for a certain amount of time, man. You can't even talk about fragrances for more than 20 minutes.
I really try to find a balance. That's the trick, really. Yeah, if you don't have any fragrance, you can alienate a lot of people, and I think I'm trying to find the right balance. It's probably impossible.
Let's talk up since you have Margie on there, ask her about her. Have a topic. discuss your past relationship. And I think more guys would be interested in finding out why it didn't work out, her last relationship, or Mr. Clean's last relationship. How come it didn't work out? People want to hear real world stuff.
That's true. They do love the personal stuff as well. So we the balance. I mean, those guys, Margie's talked about other stuff too. So yeah. But I take your point. Yeah, like last night, I got pretty good views when it was just me talking about my personal life. People seem to actually like that more than I thought. So you do have a point. Yeah, people do like quite a bit of personal stuff as well. A bit of fragrance stuff can be great too, though. I mean, people. There's all different people.
And I think,
excuse me.
Yeah, I think you had the topic of things you didn't know about me, but I don't know. Did you actually talk about it? I didn't really watch it because I said, okay, it's just clickbait.
You can't have a stream without talking about gravitas.
Yeah.
Gravitas is awesome.
Thank you. That's very kind. I don't think I talked about it last night. No, I did go quite deep last night. I told them loads of personal stuff about me last night. I did, honestly. Yeah. People were quite interested, so it was good. And the super chats were good, so it was good.
Kevin really enjoyed your. See, you need a bit of Kevin. You need a bit. Yeah. You can't. It can't be like. And some people will be like, "Oh, I'm leaving. I can't believe Whiskey Reaper's coming back." You need the Whiskey Reaper. You need Joey. You need controversy. Like, if somebody comes on here and says, you're a dumbass Republican, whatever. But people like that stuff. People want to see others attack me.
I want to see that.
I'll leave it up. No, but like if some, it's the same thing with Al Manzano. Why was it so big? Because everybody's not agreeing. People want to see controversy.
I agree. You need quite a bit of drama. You need a bit of spice. You need a bit of chili peppers on your pizza, and some people like more chili peppers than others. I can take a very hot pizza, but some people like it a little bit more margarita. But you do need the mix. I do. I mean, but on the other hand, for my credibility and for the people who love fragrances, it's great that we have people who know a lot, like JJ Colburn, or if we have Scentland or Aram, who talk about the vintage. People do love that too. If we can get the balance, then we're all right. But you're right. I can take more drama than most. So I agree.
I can't speak for Aram, but I think just looking when he started to go off topic, I think, and well, Kevin actually told me this, like he felt like he couldn't go up off topic too much because he felt like, this is like a professional stream. And but, forget the professional stream thing. People want to hear trash. They, like the titles of your videos. I haven't watched these people. I haven't watched Jeremy in years, man. Like, I don't really care. And the truth is I watched, only a couple of Jeremy's videos, only when he had that Lana on, but it was probably because YouTube recommended it to me, but that's it. I'm telling you, I used to watch Ike's videos all the time. That was the only one I was really subscribed to. And then Ken's and a couple other wet shavers. Cause I feel like I fit more in that. Cause like Chaos Fragrance, come on. Why am I going to be taking his advice? It's just like, come on, he's like a 19-year-old kid who just discovered fragrances like a couple of years ago. It's like, come on, I've been wearing fragrances forever. It's not ever something I spoke about. Like, I wouldn't be speaking about it back in 1995. Like, wearing this fragrance. It was a personal thing. I just like the smell of it and I spray it on and that's it. I never thought about it the whole day. Unless I smelled it, I was like, I like the smell of this. But that was it. It wasn't. Now they have YouTube. We're running out of genres. So they, that's where the fragrance community comes in. It's like nobody really, even Curly, they watch her for her being attractive, her being off the wall, sexual references. They like that. That's what they like. They don't watch it because they're going to buy the fragrance. Yeah, don't worry. Wait. I saw your comment, Sticks. Hold on. It was good. Don't worry about so much controversy in streams. If something goes down, just delete it. You'll still get your super chats, and majority of people won't be that mad. they can't rewatch a stream. Yeah, I delete a lot of streams. I'm Kevin, but my Persian name is Kaivan. Yeah, that's it. But I understand. You should start another channel, Dan.
You never know. I might do. I don't know if I'm coming up pixelated. I think I've got a few internet issues here this week. I can't seem to fix. I'm coming up real shitty. Sorry, man. I might hop off in a minute if I can't fix that.
Kevin's a very interesting streamer, though. What I mean, as a guest. Oh, A to Z's live streaming. Okay, I'll join your live stream. But Kevin asks the questions that make it interesting. You know, Kevin's very good with asking questions. And I'm not sure if he's asking questions like seriously, like he wants to know the answer, or he's asking the question to troll you. But he's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin was, what made 2020 live streaming a lot of fun. And once he left, it just was never the same, to be honest.
He seems like quite an interesting character. Yeah, I'd like to get to know him more. Yeah. I like him.
How much would you pay
so
for it?
Mr. Smelly, how about some comedy, man? Do a comedy, stand-up comedy type stuff on your stream.
Well,
everybody likes a good laugh.
Yeah,
we certainly do have comical moments. It's more the interaction between the guests. I mean, yeah, I've enjoyed it when you had the fight with Al Manzano, or the one with Manny Aceves. These were funny. These were good moments. Or the Whiskey Reaper going off. Some of the, I mean, they're not comedy, but the fights are pretty funny. I do enjoy those.
We got a super chat from my American friend. Shout out to Patrick from Salty Redux. Ike Does Stuff is awesome. I was the one who told everybody about Ike Does Stuff.
CH man makes me feel like I'm alive again.
Shout out. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah,
Neil, I'm having internet trouble, so I'm going to have to hop on. But I really enjoyed seeing you two, and I'll see you again soon.
All right, Mr. Smith. What time did you say your thing was tonight?
5:30 p.m. New York City time.
Okay, hopefully I'll see if I can get on.
Yeah,
love to see you, but
maybe just watch. You know, that'd be cool.
Yeah, even in the chat's great. Love to see you both there, and I'll drop the link. Yeah.
So,
all right, take care, brother.
Thanks, guys. So if Mr. Smelly's watching this is like what I believe he should do. Okay, number one, talk about funny things from the 80s. Like, do you remember Banaka breast spray? Like,
yeah, I do.
Do you remember when all my friends had Banaka breast spray, and like
it worked pretty good.
And before they'd approach a woman, they'd spray it in their mouth, like, you know, and then they go right. It was so common. It was so dorky, but we did it. So that's like, but they don't sell Banaka breast spray in that little canister anymore. Or talk about Stella Doro breadsticks. Like all the old ladies used to eat them. Like you gotta
the sesame. I remember those.
Yeah, bring up things from the 80s and make jokes about them. You know, have some props, have some Stella Doro breadsticks, and you know, dunk.
That's awesome, but like I think the younger generation probably wouldn't get it, and like we're probably like, according to YouTube, we're probably like grandpas.
Oh yeah.
So we don't, you know. So we don't.
Smelly's audience is older though. Like what else?
Well, I don't know about that.
Hey, chat. Yeah, chat.
You know who was the funniest thing? Actually, like, because Mr. Smelly's from the UK, that I remember, the funniest stuff was freaking Benny Hill. Remember the Benny Hill show?
Yeah. I didn't think it was that funny.
And they used to go around with this old guy with the bald head, the really old guy, and they used to have those little.
Yeah.
Benny Hill was awesome. Actually.
But like, let me see if anybody. Yeah, I used to spit. I just split a dip spitter bottle. I forgot to close all over my bathroom floor. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, like what else is from the 80s or like the old days that we forgot about? Like I watched the movie Licorice Pizza, which was recommended to me by DDLD, Dry Down Lowdown, and they brought back a lot of memories. You know, like things we did in the 70s and the music that like all of a sudden they kind of like songs you haven't heard in years. They just kind of died down and nobody ever played them again because they kind of play the same kind of music over and over. But like arcades were a big deal. Just nobody really was perfect looking. Like makeup wasn't a big thing. We just,
people
now everything is
went out.
Are so made up. Yeah, people went out.
Yeah, people didn't sit on live streams all day.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to on a live stream and I'm going to talk on a live stream for, a couple of hours. I mean, it forced people to go out. And just like, if you ever watch Sebastian Maniscalco?
No.
The comedian? He had a whole bit where he was like, back in the day when somebody rang your doorbell, you used to be excited. You used to run to the doorbell. You used to open the door. You used to greet them. You would offer them tea and like Entenmann's cake and stuff like that.
Entenmann's cake, yeah.
Yeah. So nowadays when somebody rings your doorbell, you like hide. You like
yeah, it's true.
Somebody rang the doorbell. What is that? And then you hide and you try to avoid the person. So there was like that was a really good skit about back in the day where the people's mentality. Like if somebody people would just drop in just to say hello. Come to your house and people don't do that anymore because now it's kind of like we feel we're connected with all this technology, but we don't face to face see anybody anymore. So it's kind of
it's a weird world. It's an online world. It's a fake world too.
Like I haven't seen like my cousin. I haven't seen my cousin in like months. But I know what he had for breakfast because I saw it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to adjust to this technology. This technology is like, I mean, for us, for the younger generation, they're growing up with the technology, and they don't know how it used to be. So we have the luxury of comparing pre-technology, post-technology.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of good things that were kicked to the wayside when we were adopting technology. And we can tell because we're like the old wise people from the 80s. We remember the 80s when we weren't connected all the time. We didn't have cell phones, and all that stuff. I mean, it was a great thing. It was a lot of nowadays people can't drive without a GPS. In the 80s, everybody drove without a GPS.
It's but like, I love the GPSs. Trust me. Well, I mean, so you get lost, man. You used to get lost for hours. It's like,
yeah, but sometimes getting lost was an experience. Sometimes you get lost.
Not when you had to use the bathroom and it's like you got lost. Not the best neighborhood or something. Yeah, that's happened to me.
But it was still an experience. Even getting lost in
I'm still alive today.
You get lost in a bad neighborhood and almost shit yourself.
Yeah.
You remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nowadays it's kind of everything seems to be laid out. And even the way you're supposed to feel is kind of like ironed out for you. And it's kind of like it's almost Orwellian, like 1984.
It is. So like cable TV is just really leaning to the left. Really,
everybody's offended about everything. Why is everybody
offended? It's like, in the real world, you got to be tough. In the real world, it's like it's not like just be nice all the time. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And I.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've noticed something really peculiar with Google. Like Google's not letting me go to certain websites now. And it's kind of like I almost feel like it's blocking certain things because I keep seeing these things pop up where like, oh, this site is unsafe. I can't go on Wikipedia when I'm using Google.
Yeah. And then
I have to use another browser to go on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's
Like
just,
Microsoft Edge. It's like, it's like you look at something and it's like, no, I don't want Microsoft Edge. I rather use the Brave browser or Google Chrome. It's just like, and then when you use the the Microsoft browser, it's like everything is like CNN, MSN News. It's like that's
yeah,
it's like they've taken over, man. They've taken over the airports everywhere, so people believe all this stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just
Like
everything.
just like when I told you about that NASA story where they said they shot an asteroid
Yeah,
with a rocket. I was like, I want to see some dissenting opinions that people who felt kind of like I did. Like I thought the whole thing was bullshit.
yeah,
So I looked it up. I looked up, on YouTube. I was like, NASA asteroid fake, and I look it up, and nothing dissenting comes on at all.
yeah. It's all like
Everything is pro NASA. Oh, NASA did this. NASA did this, and I'm going down, and there's nowhere in sight. And I know there's a lot of people with the dissenting opinions who feel the way I do, who don't believe it for a second. But all their opinions are not accessible.
Yep.
And it makes you think. It's almost like they use that word nowadays, gaslighting. Right? Gaslighting is when they keep telling you something over and over, and then you start questioning yourself whether your point of view was legit or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So we're living in at one point it was called the information age, right? Now it's the disinformation age.
Well, you look at the Hunter. Hunter Biden's
sorry.
laptop. Hunter Biden's laptop. It was it's a Russian conspiracy, and then now they admit it was real, and they held back on exposing that because they wanted the other guy to win. So it's like they're very controlling, and people believe that these fact checkers are legitimate, and sometimes it's like, it's mostly false, but no, it's true, and your reasoning for mostly false doesn't make any sense. So fact checkers, are corrupt. Fact checking used to be like legitimate, but now it's all corrupt.
Yeah. So when you're coming from a place of instead of informing us, it's more about controlling us.
Yeah.
Then what do? It's kind of like, your information is distorted. So you have this information about everything, and you can't really make decisions.
Yeah.
That
they want you to believe this, and that's it. Trump was a bad guy, Orange Man bad, and the other guy's a good guy. It's like they're really going after this guy, like in every direction. And I was watching something about 1/6. I'm not going to say, I don't want Google to pick it up, but there was only one person that was killed that day, Ashley Babbitt. And then they say people died. Yeah, some guy, he died from a heart attack, which had nothing to do with,
Yeah.
Only one person died on 1/6, and that was Ashley Babbitt, and she was shot by the Capitol Police. But the media will hide that fact, and they'll say, "Oh, well." I think even in the Senate they brought it up, and they say, no, Officer Sisnick, he died due to a heart attack. It had nothing to do with, but the media is very distorting, and it's like very one-sided,
Yeah, I 100% agree. So it's kind of, and they blow it so far out of proportion than what it really was, where on one hand, you have that thing going on, and then you have,
they didn't say unarmed protesters. They didn't say that. They, they're insurrectionists. Come on.
Yeah, that's the whole they're using it as a tool to inflict more control over everything, and control the people's opinions on, and trying to, like, people who are pro Trump, they're basically trying to lump them into a certain.
Yeah, did you hear that speech by
certain thing.
Biden? Oh my God! So half the country are extremists. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's
What?
That's like.
Oh no, those are all the far right. Come on, man.
Like, I'm one of those.
There's crazy people out there, but you're not talking hundreds of thousands of people like that.
I want to deep dive into something, but I don't want to like get your stream shut off or anything. But like, I'll try to I'll try to use like a hobo code.
Hobo code.
Like meaning like I'll use terms that the algorithm can't pick up.
Yeah.
So like, when you have all these people with that I'm trying to use a hobo code here, like that in schools they harm kids in schools, like with a weapon. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The harming kids in schools with a weapon.
Yeah, I know it's not really school, so I'm trying to figure out the message.
Well, with schools in general, like the people who are like crazy, allegedly, and they try to attach that with everybody on the right.
Exactly.
But it doesn't. What doesn't make sense is why would, if somebody was disgruntled and had a problem with like the government.
The thing is, they only show the right.
Why would
they don't show the left. What happened in Wisconsin? You remember what happened in Wisconsin where the guy ran over everybody? And he was an extremist, but he was an extremist for the left. He ran over a bunch of people in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, the car ran over. And then they actually looked at his social media posts, and they said he doesn't like white people, and he wanted, but they never talked about or what happened on the subway. It's just very like, and they'll push something like a small event like 1/6, but they won't talk about what happened in Wisconsin. They won't discuss what happened in the subways in New York. They'll just be so one-sided.
Like the right.
It was like the Stop Asian Hate thing. Remember Stop Asian Hate?
Yeah.
All of a sudden it disappeared, right? Because they figured out who was hurting the Asians.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just died down. But they used that to attack Trump because he said China virus. That's where, but then when it didn't really work out so well, they stopped it.
Yeah. Well, but my whole thing is that there's a discrepancy here where if somebody who's conservative right and is pro life, right? Yeah. Why would they go harm kids in schools?
Exactly.
They won't.
Exactly.
Because if you're pro life, you wouldn't harm kids in school. But somehow they twist it, and all these people harming kids in schools with weapons, they twist it around to make it look like everybody on the right is responsible for it. Or if you're from the right, those are people that are pro, pro weapon and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, we want to be able to defend ourselves. Everybody.
Well, that's a huge discrepancy. Well, if I'm pro life, I'm not going to harm any kids.
Yeah.
And if I got an issue with, let's say, like the government, why would I go after kids? I'd go after something that's more government related.
And also on the left, they want to teach kids about gender, and it's like, oh, he's anti-free speech. No, you don't teach kids. You can't be free speech with kids, especially teachers, because parents have the rights, not the teachers.
Exactly. I agree.
And once people figured it out, they pulled their stock out of Disney, and Disney is like down 50% of where they were. Mm-hmm. But they were manipulative in that whole thing,
Yeah.
Manipulative.
So that's you got to be careful what you hear and what you see on the internet and anywhere now. It's like where all the information has to go through your filter, your brain filter, and you have to really analyze it before you make come to a conclusion on anything.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take off, man. I got to do some biking.
All right, man.
All right. Nice chat with you, Ike, man. We had a good time, man.
You got to show me how to do the streaming thing one day.
Okay. I'm using Melon. I pay $15 a month for it, but now it's like $50 a month. So most people are using the StreamYard. But like you get like a couple hours free a month for StreamYard. So you try it out to see if you like it. But it costs a little money. I think it's like $20-25. But
what's OBS? Is OBS okay?
I've used it before. Yeah, it's a little different, but you could use OBS too. They have OBS live streaming. When I first live stream, I used it, and it's a little. Actually, it looks a little cooler, and it's totally different. And you can use your own themes, but it just, to me, this is easier. It's just like, but StreamYard's pretty simple.
Well, you know, I gotta eventually bite the bullet and do my first stream one day.
yeah, that'll be cool, man.
Get it down, get a good stream, not just like,
Yeah.
I'm right now on my phone, my audio is probably crap.
It's all right.
Yeah. So, all right.
Take care.
Stay safe, man. Watch out for the flooding.
Oh yeah. I don't think we're gonna get any. I think we're pretty good. All right. Later.
Take care. Bye.